Hi everybody. Alright, we made it to the weekend. This is the final video of hooking up the ECUs and the controller. We're going to do the whole thing. I put two videos together and I cut out all the boring parts of me just sitting there fumbling with wires. You've seen it so many times. And I just wanted to have something that, I like to get to goals. So this goal starts with us putting the power in for the ECU system. Again, so the way it's designed, one 15 amp breaker develops the power for both the coil packs and the injectors. Both ECUs go through their own breakers, and those actually power the controller via PoE, or power over Ethernet, which is the most futuristic part of this whole plane. So we're pretty much done with the damn circuit breaker. We are going to go back in one more time because we are going to replace all those thick copper bars with some slightly thinner copper bars. And I'm very happy I did because the spacing between the rows of breakers now is much more comfortable. Not that it would ever contact one row to the next, but it was like, yeah, it's close enough, and let's not do that. Okay. So we've got all the wiring in place. We got the power in. We're happy there. So next step is we're going to mount. You can see the control box is there on the seat. We are going to mount that sucker onto the right panel. Now you can see in the center where the Garmin G5 is in the bottom right of the center panel. Well, I thought, what would look really cool if I could put the engine controller next to it, right? Both boxes are based off the same underlying hardware, right? Same cutout, same size, same display. Just different button and software, etc. Unfortunately, even basically butting up next to each other, there's not near enough room. The holes themselves are 3 1/8 inch, and that's 6.5 inches is basically as wide as the radio. That whole center stack. That's not even including the big screen and bezel style screen that goes into the front of the panel. So there's just absolutely not enough room, which is fine. I can put a couple of switches there, right? I got the take off go around button there. So instead, we're going to put it out on the right panel here on the other side of the G3X because I've got nothing out there. My original plan was to have a panel mounted SD card slot and put a Raspberry Pi back there. With a HDMI cable out to the back of the G3X box. Now it wouldn't have, it would actually have to be a just regular coax connector, but at least I could get an HDMI to coax and then into the back of the box, and then I could use it to run a Raspberry Pi, and my wife could watch like movies, right? Put an SD card slot to the panel. Well, that was the dream. Then I just realized, what else works? iPads. So we ditched that. Alright, in just a second here, we're going to go ahead and mount this baby up. It just takes 4 number 6, I think it's number 6 or number 8 lock washers. The box itself has 4 little bolts, drill holes around the periphery of your panel hole, and then, lock washer it in. Alright, here we go. And there it is off to the right, which you can barely see. So here is a close-up of the screen. Each ECU shows RPM, manifold pressure, fuel flow. You also get your battery sense, which we'll talk about later. You can also see engine temp, but then a different one. So I'll explain all these buttons much later once I get it, once I learn it myself. So, all right. Have a good weekend, everyone. I am. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.